How do we tell the stories about the brand? We tell the story of the brand through value proposition. Value proposition should generate a clear picture of the brand, create a perceivable distinction in the competitive environment. Obviously, the value proposition needs to be relevant to the various stakeholders and to have concrete values. We use the value proposition to help us define the following brand management activities. In other words, we use value proposition as our guiding principles. So when we implement the value proposition, we need to do that in every guest contact point. The value proposition, as you can see, it should be transparent, which means the value proposition needs to be understood, need to be aware, need to be seen by all the stakeholders, including our employees, our customers, our partners, and the media. Our value proposition needs to be credible. In other words, it needs to be believable. If we have a very different value proposition from our image, existing image, then people are not going to believe it. People say, oh, that must be a joke. So whatever we say is our value proposition needs to be credible. And obviously, we need to know what we can do so we don't overpromise. The value proposition needs to be accomplishable and defendable. Why do we say we are a caring organization? Do we have the policy procedure? Do we have the strategies to be a caring organization? So we need to be able to defend whatever we present as the story of the brand. Value proposition needs to be relevant to the various stakeholders, and we need to stay focused. We shouldn't have 10 different directions of 10 different values. That will be a person without personality. Okay? So if we have too many items in the value proposition, then the marketplace could be confused, or they could say, well, I don't think you know what you want to be. So the story needs to have a focus point. And then finally, the value proposition should be able to differentiate ourselves, our hotel brand, from the others in the marketplace. Now let's talk about brand positioning. Our brand positioning strategy should be based on our value proposition. So what is positioning? Positioning refers to the place that we offer. For example, our products and services. If we offer a luxury hotel, then what does this particular hotel occupies in the target market's mind? And it's a relative position. How do people perceive us in relation to our competitors? And position is in the mind of the customers. We can say this is the position we want to be, but the actual position in the marketplace is in the mind of the customers. However they perceive us in terms of the positioning on the map, that's where we are located. The other way of looking at brand positioning, we could see that as a process. Positioning is the process of establishing and maintaining a positive and distinctive place in the market for an organization and or its products and services. So it's both a process and the strategies that we want to use to place us in an ideal position to compete with other similar types of organization in the marketplace. So how do we decide where we want to be in the minds of the customers? We need to do our homework. We need to do internal analysis, external analysis. External analysis means understanding our customers, understanding market segmentation. What are the different ways to segment the market? What are the different market segments out there? What are the relative sizes of these different markets? Then we pick our target markets. We could have 3 different target markets, that's fine, but we need to clearly identify what are they. So that's external analysis. The other external analysis that we need to do is competitor analysis, to look at a competitive environment, to look at our products and services. How are our products and services different from the hotel down the street, from the hotel on the other side of the town, from the hotel who want to compete with us from the similar market segments. Based on the competitive analysis, then we can look at what kind of benefits we should focus on so that we can win the customers over. So that's the second type of competitive analysis. For internal analysis, we need to look at our corporate objectives, to look at our capabilities. Yes, we want to be the #1 hotel in the world, but do we have the capability to do that? Okay, so we need to look at our objectives, our capabilities, and based on what we can do and what our goals are, we determine which market segments we should capture and what are the benefits that we can provide. So based on the target markets that we identified and based on the products and services that we decide to package together to offer to the marketplace, we can come up with a position that we want to have in relation to other hotel properties in the competitive environment. So based on the position that we select, then we design our marketing programs and our operations strategies. Based on the position we want to have, then we can decide on the price, on the place, on the promotional activities, on the packages that we want to offer, so on and so forth. So it's a long process of analyzing both internal elements and external environment to decide on the position that we would like to have